Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Aquarian Mind Podcast. Today's podcast, episode number 251. I'm your host, Jamel Crothers. It's Wednesday Motivation and Inspiration, and today I'm talking about how you're special and you have gifts. Man, this is going to be a good one today. So, there are so many people in this world, and they drive me they drive me crazy because they feel like they don't have special gifts and talents that can impact the world. And I say differently because everyone is good at something, and we're meant to fulfill those things, and we all have a purpose in life, and whatever that is, we're meant to figure that out, and we're meant to really go after it. And whether you believe it or not, you're special and you have gifts. Whether it's to be a motivational speaker, a great accountant, a writer, a content creator, running your own business, being a doctor, a lawyer, a plumber, a truck driver, whatever that is, you're meant to impact the world in some way, shape, or form. And I want you all to know that whatever you want to do in life, it can be done. And there will be people who don't believe in you, and that's okay. Don't let your self-esteem get you down, and don't let people affect you. Whether it's people in your family, friends, coworkers, or anyone else in your circle, they're instilling fears into you that they can't do themselves. And there are too many times in life where people won't do things because they're worried about the opinions of others, or they're fearing the aspect of failing, or family and friends who didn't and couldn't go after their goals and their aspirations, so they figure, I'm not happy in life, so why should everyone else be happy in life? So you have to be careful in who you share your goals with, and your dreams and all of that stuff. Even those within your bloodlines, and even those friends that you've known forever, they may have some animosity, or some secret hate within them. So I've learned over the years that I don't need to talk to everyone about my goals. A lot of times, people just see the end result. They don't see the work, or they don't see the full journey, or they choose not even to invest into the journey of what I'm doing. And that's okay too. A lot of people don't know any better, and it's an unfortunate reality. And being told that you can't do something can motivate and fuel you, and that's fine too. Just don't go out of your way to prove people wrong. I was that person a few years ago, and I'm at a point now where I got a lot to prove to myself and to God. So I always tell people, let the end results show for themselves, whether it's success, awards, accolades, if you like those things and you want those things. But remember to keep moving forward. There was an episode of The Shop, and it's a platform that is executively produced by LeBron James, and it's part of his platform of Uninterrupted. And The Shop is like a place where people can sit around and have discussions on life situations, careers. And there was an episode with Tabitha Wright and Tiana Taylor and a few other people. And the title of the show was Success is the Best Revenge, or something of that nature. And it was a great episode. I think it was about 40 minutes. And, Maverick Carter's on there, and he's, the moderator, and, he asks a lot of great questions. Paul Revere is also on there. He's, part of the platform too. And a lot of people shared their journey about their lives and what they go through. And Tiana Taylor said, success is the best revenge. There isn't much that needs to be said. People are seeing you in the spotlight, and that's just what it is, right? I think back also to the story of, Steve Harvey and how, he rose to, becoming, a comedian, and doing, what he wanted to do in life. And he said when he was younger, he had a speech impediment and he got very nervous talking in front of others, things of that nature. And he said that he wanted to be famous and he wanted to, be a comedian and things like that. And there was a teacher that didn't believe in him at all and looked at him like he was crazy. Like, well, what do you mean you're striving for something and you can't even speak in front of people, whatever? And he made it, his choice of whether he was going to let that teacher hinder him or he was going to let his parents be the ones who pushed him to, become great. And success, shows for itself pretty much. And he said that every year he sends her a new TV to remind her of what she said. And she sees him on TV regularly. I mean, come on, Steve Harvey is a comedian, an entrepreneur. He's hosted Family Feud. He's had his own show, Steve Harvey Show with Cedric the Entertainer. He's done a lot in his career. He's accomplished a lot in his career. So, sometimes, you have to really understand and realize that when you're talented and you're gifted, that you need to pursue those things. And like I always say, you've got to try different things. You've got to see what works. And then you've got to figure out where your path is and where you're supposed to be going, because God will guide you. The universe will guide you. Your guardian angels will guide you. And you will get to where you need to be. And I need you to take the time to learn about yourself, who you are, what your goals are, what kind of life do you want for yourself, what kind of life do you want to live, because you're special in God's eyes. So let him guide you along the way. Allow him to show you what you're good at and what you can be great at, and then go from there. And yes, you can be multi-talented and gifted in many things, so don't hinder yourself either. I'm someone who, writes poetry, writes books, formats books, writes, a solid synopsis, biographies for myself. I'm great at, putting together, efficient websites for phone, tablets, and computer. I have a podcast that I love doing. I'm not like the best podcaster ever, but I think that, I'm, pretty good at this podcasting platform. People say, I have a pretty good voice with this. I take that as a good compliment, and I'm thankful for that. But I always say, don't hinder yourself. Be good at two to three things. I mean, now you're seeing, people who are music artists, actors, investors. All of these people are, pursuing different things. They're not limiting themselves to just one or two things. People are great at 4 to 5 things, and they're making sure that they're pursuing all of those things. And that's a great thing. And I want you to know that you should do what makes you happy and what fulfills you. And utilize your gifts for good, for great things. And know that impacting people should be and will be your lasting legacy. And that will be, what people will have memories of, right? I know that I'm in this for longevity and legacy. I don't really care for being successful in the moment, because that's not going to last long. And as I've said in previous podcasts, don't worry about what other people are doing. The time it may have taken for a person to achieve success in 3 years may take you 8 or 9 years. And your 8 or 9 years may turn into 40 years, and their success in 3 years may only last 5 to 6 years. So I always say, stay focused on the journey And as Miami Heat coach Eric Spoelstra says in the NBA, stay the course. He used to always say that when he had his LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh teams. He used to always say in timeout, stay the course. And he probably still says it to this day as his Miami Heat team heads into the Eastern Conference Finals for the third time in 4 years. So that goes to show you how great of a coach he is. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Something to think about and ponder this podcast today. I told you I was coming with it and it was going to be a good one, and hopefully it was good for you and it was very insightful. Remember the podcast, the aquariummindpodcast.com. You can listen to my podcast there. And I'm on all major platforms. So enjoy your week. Stay motivated and inspired. Be good, everyone, and go accomplish your goals.